Point number five, the ability to read the room. As a project manager, especially a non-technical project manager, you have to understand the unspoken issues. You have to be able to look and, most of all, have the ability to adapt your leadership to the style, to the team that you're working with. Sometimes you may have to be that micromanager. And if you've ever watched me or listened to me long enough, you know how I feel about micromanagement. I do not believe that is a path, a long-term path. I do believe it could be a short-term, meaning just to make sure that the team is up to speed. But I would rather prefer coaching versus having to micromanage, because when you have to micromanage, then the person you are micromanage it takes away their ability to have critical thinking. It takes away their ability to have the confidence to be able to move forward. In other words, you are basically making it tougher for that person to have the success that they need. However, I do believe in short-term micromanagement to a point to get them up to speed. But then after that, you have to allow them to make the mistakes and things of that nature. So a non-technical PM must understand how to navigate these team dynamics as well as the unspoken issues. And then most of all, like I said before, adapting their leadership styles. Here's my actionable tip. Watch for nonverbal cues in meetings and address any hesitation or concerns directly to maintain for team cohesiveness, as well as if you do not work on site, let's say you're remote. When you're in meetings, you need to see who's doing the majority of the talking and who's doing no talking at all. And one of the tips, and I've shared one of these tips with you before, is if you notice meeting after meeting, I say after the second meeting, there's only one person always doing all the talking, start calling on other people in the meeting, because you'll be shocked. And this has happened to me so many times when I've done this. When you call on someone, and I'm speaking more virtual, they'll be able to, and I will sometimes, they'll answer the question and you'll be like, why you didn't come off mute and say that earlier? However, they just may be one of those resources that they're leaning on the person that's speaking, even though they may have the answer. This person already volunteered to speak, and that's why it is what it is. So my recommendation again, family, is call on these resources that are not coming off mute when you're having a meeting.